Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the live stream. Let's just turn up some sim sounds. Just keep maybe the desktop audio at about -12 dB and my microphone at about -8 dB, and maybe that should be okay. Looks like I'm peaking around between -15 and -10, so that should be fine. Here we are, ladies and gents. You can see at the top we are taking off from LaGuardia inbound to Chicago O'Hare, and it's already fairly warm. So we are call sign American 321, and I don't really want to throw my hoodie down on the ground because Shelob has still not made an appearance since he came in, or she, in the last little while. So don't want to give them things to hide in. So anyway, as people are filtering into the live stream, I'm just going to take a look around. Actually, I think with my free cam, I might just have a look at the aircraft and the airport. I like to have a little bit more of a zoom level. Let's just pop that down to about there and about there. That should be fine. So as you can see, we're flying the American Airlines Boeing 727 livery. This is a FlightSim.to livery. Look at the wear and tear. Wow, look at the weathering. Yo, dudes. That there be some weathering. Wow. So November 897 AA, Alpha. It's got some wear and tear on it, as you can see. Now, of course, as you know, this livery has a ton of fake windows on it because, sadly, it's still the cargo variant. If I just show you the inside of the cargo bay, it's still the cargo variant. But for hashtag reasons, I don't want to wait for the passenger variant to be released, so I'm going to download a FlightSim.to livery and fly it like a passenger airliner because we can. And that's what I'm going to do today. And there's a couple of different passenger liveries that have already appeared on FlightSim.to. This being one of them. There's a couple of very nice looking Pan Am liveries which I'm looking forward to flying. I'm just thought I'd give this one a go to begin with, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I do hope that it will be sooner rather than later than when they drop the ignore those jetways. When they actually drop, oh my goodness, what are the jetways doing? The more I look, the more I see. Oh goodness me. Okay, maybe this is a GSX thing. I've literally just realized this as I've started looking at them now. Maybe that's a GSX thing where GSX has screwed up the scenery's jetways. I'm not going to worry about it now because back in my old day, they probably didn't use jetways. So whatevs. This is the LaGuardia scenery. I don't know if there's more than one, but yesterday I actually turned on photo. What is it called? The photo terrain. Photogrammetry. That's it. I turned on photogrammetry yesterday, and I thought, I'll give it a go. You can see, if you look closely, a lot of the buildings, a lot of the high buildings, are basically just polygons, which it looks kind of crap. But at a distance, as long as I don't zoom in on it, at least it's giving me the New York skyline without a huge performance drop. There's just not much of a performance drop, But yeah, I guess it's only when you get really close to buildings and stuff where they actually look relatively realistic. Yeah, you see that building there in the foreground, just here. The polygons, yeah, you see the polygons gradually kind of clean up. But, I mean, anywhere further away from the camera and they just look horrendously crap. That's probably my graphic settings. Don't care. Performance is more important to me than looking good. So there we go. Anyway, as long as we don't zoom in on it, I'm not terribly bothered. So we're here on VATSIM, as you can see. There's a Delta Airlines aircraft just taking off. Very beautiful climb out. That's the Sully climb out that he's on. Good luck. So yeah, we're just gonna set up. While people jump in, I am going to start doing some flight planning. Now, of course, the flight planning for an aircraft like this is going to be a bit unique. So we'll just see how we go. Let's just center the camera again, and we can just maybe give us that sort of view. Right, let's put my cheap Chinese knockoff Xbox controller to the side. Hello, Sean Zonamick. We're flying from New York to Chicago today in a retro 1970s airliner with no GPS. So it's going to be fun. So let's just pull across a little nav map, which is my navigation tool. Here we are in New York, and you can see here is our destination in Chicago. Now, what I could do, I'm having a feeling what I could do is I could pull in a modern day sim brief flight plan. Let's pull up Navgraph charts and have a look if there are any non-RNAV SIDS out of LaGuardia. I think that's probably my most helpful thing to do first. Let us unload this and zoom in. So, LaGuardia airports. I need to go KLGA. My brain was just not working there for a second. SIDS. RNAV. LaGuardia 7 departure is the only plate without the word RNAV on it, and for a good reason. I don't think this is going to help me. LaGuardia 7 departure. What is the 7 departure? All runways. Goodness me. Which way is the wind coming? Okay, the wind is out of the northeast, you can see. Roughly magnetic 6.3 for 11 knots, so it will be 04 departure at LaGuardia. Oh, software update. Let's just do that later. So with a 04 departure out of LaGuardia, we could do the Bronx climb. Yeah, the Bronx climb is 360. After departure, 360. So what's the Bronx climb? Let's go out over the Bronx. Bronx climb. Here we go. Initial climb. Climb on heading 044. Hello. Yes. Okay. To 500 feet. Then climbing left turn to heading 360, maintain 5,000 feet. Okay. That sounds legit. And then we'll probably go inbound Sparta. So, yep. Is it a TACAN? It's a VORTAC. We'll try and make it work anyway. Okay, let's go Sparta. And from Sparta, we'll then go do a VOR to VOR. Well, Okay, let's see what we got. What's this? Williamsport. Let's say that's number 2. Let's say number 3. Let's say number 4. And let's say, right now, let's have a look at chord. Oh no, wait, need to go back to chord charts. Stars instead of SIDS. RNAV. Bradford 8 arrival has no RNAV, but that's from the southwest. RNAV. Jansville 1 arrival has no RNAV, but again, that is from the west. RNAV. Everyone is RNAV except westerly approaches. This is where I wish... Okay, let's go to Google and go Chicago O'Hare non-RNAV stars. Why does chord not have any departure star or departure procedure? Weird. So coming from the east, let's go Elks. Down across the water. I feel like we need to offset ourselves. Let's just go check what the weather is in... let's check the METAR in Chicago and see kind of roughly what we're looking at in terms of... let's have a look at the... Come on, there we go. There we go. Right, yeah, it is. So the wind is out of about 040, so it will be a westerly runway approach of runway 10, roughly. So with approaches, oh my goodness, the amount of runways on this thing, goodness me. 10 left or 10 center maybe? I'd say 10 left is looking likely to connect into some of the passenger terminals. So if we're looking at 10 left, we're looking at actually coming around the backside of... So let's go down to here. And let's do that. And then let's do that, like so. It gives us an approach down, kind of overhead southern Chicago / Milwaukee almost at that point. Is that right? Is this Milwaukee down here? I think it was Train Simulator Tycoon 2000 taught me that Milwaukee was just south of Chicago. Could be wrong. So we'll come down here and then cut up and then in. I think that's probably the most sensible approach into Chicago with no SIDS and stars that are RNAV. Let's give ourselves... so it's 700 nautical miles, so it's not a horrendously long flight, all being told. Easily capable by the 727. It's tracking at about, well, for a Fokker F-28-100, which is similar cruise speeds, probably that's an hour and a half. So let's give ourselves 32 odd and even flight levels. Which one is the... So going westbound is even flight levels, so let's give ourselves 320, I'd say is probably... There you go. It's pretty flat terrain there. 320 looks good. Okay, let's say that. Okay, so having this information, Let's then go to SimBrief, and let's plug this information into SimBrief, and then SimBrief will spit us out our weights and balances, which we then feed back into the sim. So we're kind of doing it the other way around. We're not planning something natively in SimBrief, we're planning it in little navmap because we want to look at the raw VORs, and then we bring it into SimBrief. So KLGA to chord, AAL321 is our call sign. Aircraft type is a Boeing 722, which is right there, and the FSS Boeing 727-200F is the profile we're going with today. Flight level is 320, and I delete the route, and I say KLGA SAX FQM CXR LFD ELX JOT DPA and chord, and I hit analyze route, and hopefully it hasn't found LFD. What was LFD? Litchfield. Hasn't found Litchfield. Okay, we could dispense. We could potentially do without Litchfield because Elks is so close. So let's actually just delete Litchfield from our. What am I doing? Let's just hit delete. There you go. Right. So let's take Litchfield out of the lineup and hit re. Yeah. So that's reconfigured. I mean, I could add in a lot more waypoints. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. The INS takes 9, 7, 8. So we're 3 waypoints short. But I mean, I suppose I could add in three waypoints. Okay, let's try and do this. Let's add in that one there. That's CGT, and that goes before JOT. So let's go CGT. Analyze. Yep. So that's okay. Let's actually bring Elks. Let's bring it down. Actually, let's come down like so. Instead of Elks, let's delete Elks. So we come in a lot on a more southerly route up into. There you go. And then let's just throw in another one here. Let's go. Oh no, that's just a random position. Takan. There we go. All right. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 waypoints. We could do with one more being in this region because this region is relatively sparse, waypoint wise. There's not really a well, let's just put this random waypoint in there. Okay, right. So we've got something a bit more usable. So let's just run through that again. So that's SAX, FQM, so FQM, then goes DETPA, CXR, toll is in between CXR and toll, OXI, Elks is just not there, OXI, and then CGT, JOT, DPA, chord, analyze. Boom, it's there. Brilliant. So, with that flight plan being set, let us have a look. It says scheduled block time is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh, look, we've got ourselves a someone or other. We have a fellow American Airlines. There you go. He's taking the other runway, so don't know about that. Everything else is... Oh, hello. Everything else is auto. Runway departure is 04. That's all done. I'm going to hit generate flight. How are we all doing? Hey, Aqua Vital, good to see you. Hi, Peter in chat. We are having some fun. I've just done some flight planning. SimBrief is spitting out the flight plan as we speak. I should have actually. Let's get in the flight deck. I mean, all along while I was sitting here chatting away, I should have actually hit the pre-flight check. Let's get that set up. So with the pre-flight check, let's go over now to the pre-flight page and let's sync up our new flight plan, which is LaGuardia to Chicago. There is the weights and balances set in, and let's hit play and let's hit play. So those two are going to be loading up dynamically. Goodness me, let's uncage the standby gyro. There we go. And the aircraft is now going to set itself up. Let's go to the standby on the INS. And let's get the... We don't have lats and longs for this specific gate. This is gate 41, Charlie 41. Let's go to our charts and let's go KLGA, like so. Oh, hello. Hopefully that. Let's try that again. KLGA. Oh, come on. What's wrong? What's wrong? For some reason that's not working. That's okay. We'll just pull in the app that we have. Oh, maybe it's because we have the app open and I don't know. Okay, never mind. Should we try that again? If we close the app, can we then open the charts? Let's try that. I don't know. KLGA. If that... No. Okay, right. Screw it. Let's just go back to... Let's pause track IR and go back to the Navigraph chart standalone app. Okay, so now that we've done, we can import the flight. Let's import it from SimBrief. That is done. There we go. Let's go to LaGuardia. Let's go taxi, parking gates, and we are gate coordinates. Let's go. What was it? Charlie 41. Terminal Charlie 60s. Alpha Charlie hard stands. B, concourse B. Am I in the right place? Let me go back to where I'm actually... yeah. Navigraph is actually going to tell me, I hope, exactly where I'm standing. Oh wow, that's completely different than Little Nav Map. That says I'm on gate 63. Okay. Good thing. Let's go gate coordinates. Gate 63. Yeah, Terminal Charlie gate 63. So all of the parking stands on Little Nav Map are completely wrong. So we will go with these. Let's go with these. Oh, no, let's... I've not used this little grease pencil that's before. Let's go with those. I'm just going to move that off to the side while I peer at the INS unit. Okay, so there's a Siva INS. Let's go to the position. So while we are in the standby, let's put the position in as November. November 40. And then 46. And then 3. Insert. And then west. We need 07352 0. Insert. Now, having pressed insert, I can actually, from this point, go to the align phase because we've told the INS exactly where we are, and all that's left is now then to turn the INS onto the align function, which then, if we go to the desired track / status page down here, it shows us the current align status of the INS. And it starts at, I think it starts at 9.5. It should start at 9.5. It goes 8.5, 7.5, 6.5, 5.5, 4.5, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5. And it should ultimately get to 0.5, which is the most aligned that it can be. And once it gets ideally to 05 or 15 maybe, you then go from align to nav, and going from align to nav locks. Yeah, there you go. It's 75 now. So going from align to nav locks that position into the INS computer, and that's where it remembers is its starting point. And it's crucial that the starting point is as accurate as possible, because that is the base reading of then where it knows where to go from there on. So now that it's in the align phase, let's go to the waypoint page, and we've got this little waypoint DME selector here. We're going to flick it from its position to 1 to the right, which it now says number 1. So now we've got a new input. Let's just double check anyone on any. Yeah, everyone in chat is happy so far. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Right, so let's go now. What I'm going to do is, so this is how I do this, right? This is my SimBrief flight plan. The way I get my lats and longs for all of those waypoints I just got is I go view PDF. When it opens up as a PDF, I just get rid of the stuff on the sides and zoom in. I can scroll down the page to the first, continue down the page here. If I zoom in, here you go. There, right there is the lat and long of my first waypoint, which is a VOR, but we might as well just use the INS. Even though they're VORs, we can just plonk them in the INS and use the INS, because it's just simpler once you plug it all in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down that list of waypoints and plug each lat and long into the INS. So here we go. So north 41041, insert. West is 74323, insert. Okay, waypoint 2. Waypoint 2 is north 41203, insert. West 076465, insert. Waypoint 3 is, okay, right, I see. Waypoint 3 is our only GPS waypoint, quote unquote, of the flight plan, but we're just pretending it's not a GPS waypoint here, is north 41 41294, insert. West 79007. Sorry, I just laughed there. My wife texted me, so right, that's waypoint 3. Waypoint 4 is north 41356, insert. West is 083480, insert. Waypoint 5 is north 41193, insert. West 086390, insert. Waypoint 6 is Charlie Golf Tango, which is north 41306, insert. West 087343, insert. Next waypoint is Jot, or Joliet, is north 41328. Insert. West 088191. Insert. And next one is Delta Papa Alpha, which is north 41534. Insert. West 088210. Insert. And the last waypoint is Chicago O'Hare, which we don't need to put in because we're close enough to the airport at that point that it's essentially just merging onto the localizer. So we're not going to put in the last waypoint. But essentially we've got 8 waypoints. You saw kind of the way I just went down the list on that PDF. I can close that PDF now. All of those waypoints are locked in. If we go back to the desired track and system page, we're on 6.5 now, you see. So we'll leave it on that page now, and we'll leave it on a line. Once it gets lower, we'll then finally get it in nav. Just going to turn my track IR back on. Let's go look at our systems. So the fuel is completed its filling, and the load sheet is coming online as well. And all looks fine and dandy. Let me just have a look at... we've just got JFK ground and JFK ATIS, so there's no ATC online still. Let's go to what we've got, and let's put 122.8, like so, set in the box. So we've got Unicom. Except, is VATSIM USA still running its CTAF? I think they finished running CTAF. I don't know. So there is one weird kind of bug that I still have had happening to me in the 727, and when we get to it, I'll talk about it. But we've got a minute and a half left to get the weights and balances and people to get in their seats in the back. So we will wait for that. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet on VATSIM at the moment. It's the sort of thing where I decided, hey, I'm just going to jump on VATSIM, whether anyone likes it or not, whether there's any ATC online or not, and just try it out. And there's currently no VATSIM at our departure or arrival, but I'm just not going to worry about that. If ATC turns up, that's great. If not, we have a little bit of AI traffic, let's call it, that we can talk to. So we've got me. Do we have... oh no, obviously I've not got my flight plan imported yet into... so let's do that now. Pre-file on a network, VATSIM, pre-file. It's verifying that I am a human, apparently. That's great. The world now thinks I'm a human. So in the equipment, in the FFA equipment box, I'm going to put whiskey. And that is essentially remarks is going to be SIVA INS equipped, no GPS. So radar vectors, please. File flight plan. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Auto ATC. Oh, I heard about this. This is this thing that I heard about recently. Did my flight... okay, it is filed now. Right. So, yo, dudes, this is actually kind of cool. So, this is like an it's not an AI. It's kind of like an AI ATC thing that they're trialing on VATSIM that helps pilots that are flying in Unicom and unstaffed areas to give them various things. So I'm going to go along with it, sure. 1607 for your IFR. This will aid in your identification by any ATC that may be online later in your flight. You see, that's helpful. Thank you. So 1607 is my squawk. Let's remember that. And we're not supposed to be mode Charlie at the gate, so let's turn that off. So this is basically, yeah, this is what we've got. Not much going on, but you never know. Something else might come along. Just double check. How are people in chat doing? Okay, good. So the flight actually, just to show you, this is departedflights.com, which show you a whole host of vintage routes that happened. And this is 1975, and this is American Airlines coming into Chicago, and they fly a 727. Oh, that's... They fly a 727-200 into Chicago from, well, it says destination served from Chicago is LaGuardia, so I'm using that. I'm also using this, which is kind of cool. This is where I'm seeing westbound flights. This is American Airlines in, I think, the 80s. This is a 727 jet, airline number 321, so that's why I'm flying American 321. And if you see, it takes off from LaGuardia daily and then arrives Chicago O'Hare. Right there, you see. So that's why I'm flying that, and that's my call sign. So, ATL. Oh, is that Atlanta? Okay, right, just looking at the centers. Cool. So, without much further ado, I think that's all that needs to be done between me and, why is someone taxiing down the wrong runway? Why did he land that way? Goodness me. I'm going to taxi for runway 04. And I'm going to do it via Alpha. Oh, what is this? I'm going to... Oh, goodness me. Okay, I'm going to taxi via Alpha. Alpha, Bravo. Yeah, Alpha and Bravo. I'm going to taxi... a little nav map isn't really the most helpful thing. If I go back to... Navigraph, yeah, you see, here you go. This is the real deal. So... Actually, I could taxi on Niner. Actually, taxiway Niner. And then taxiway Niner, taxiway 1, 9, 1, and Bravo to hold. I can't zoom in far enough, and I can't actually see what that little... Is that Bravo? To hold Bravo for runway 04. Okay. That's the idea. So rather than go along Alpha, I'm going to actually weave in and go in Bravo, which is going to look kind of cool. So let's try that. Okay. I think I'm ready to push. If you dudes are... Yeah. I look like I'm ready to push. I have a feeling... Is anyone else on Unicom? Because I would have heard some Unicom calls at some point. Oh, right. Oh, dude, the reason why I probably can't hear is because I haven't turned on, because this is a 727 thing. Let's just make sure those two behind me are both turned up. Correct. Okay, that's probably why I haven't heard any. Let's run the before start checklist while we're making a Unicom call. So let's just... Yeah. Now, you see we're active on Unicom. Radio check. I guess not. American 321 radio check. I have a feeling no one's on Unicom. Why is no one on Unicom? Is it because... Okay, a listener in and out, no worries. Listen on tab though. Okay, cool. VATSIM USA CTAF. Oh, someone's... Are we still on CTAF? That's the issue. I remember there was some... There was a website. Yeah, here we go. Which frequency to use? I wonder, actually, does LaGuardia have... reference page? Airport info. Does the airport info chart have CTAF frequencies? I guess not. Maybe there's just not many people on right now, and I'm gonna make calls on Unicom anyway. Yes, the CTAF is still going on. Okay, so it is. So how do I find the CTAF frequency? Oh, that's a problem. I forgot how to do this. What source can be reliable to give me a LaGuardia CTAF frequency? Info. I'm just going to Google LaGuardia CTAF frequency. The CTAF frequency for LaGuardia Airport is 129.7. Okay. Let's try that. $129.7. LaGuardia traffic, American 321 radio check. And there's definitely people on the ground. Like, I don't know what frequencies they are using. This is throwing me now. If no one else is on the frequencies, I don't know what to use. That's weird. I don't like it when I don't when I am clueless this soon on a live stream. Procedures, weather charts. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This is... Now I'm getting stressed. Right, VATSIM, I need to Google VATSIM CTAF list. Is there... I seem to remember there was a website you could go to. A VATSIM website. Okay, I don't need to know what is CTAF. I need to know... Oh. Little nav map has... facilities... Tower ATIS in Unicom. It says Unicom's 12295. But... I don't know if I should trust Unicom... trust Little Nav Map at this point. Oh, this is gonna screw me. Navigraph. How to find CTAF frequencies. There's no, like... I just don't understand how there can be so much information on Navigraph, but not a list of frequencies. It is Giuseppan charts. They're all Giuseppan charts. Taxi, airport, information, ramp control, LaGuardia clearance, Delta departure, Delta ATIS departure, ground tower, copter clearance, New York departure. All these are good things, Giuseppan. But can you give me the CTAF frequency? It appears that you cannot. Goodness sake. Airport info continued. Obstacles. general. Okay, I'm just going to go back to Google. LaGuardia CTAF frequency. I would have heard someone by now talk on 129.7 if it was actually there. LaGuardia communications. Okay, airnav.com. Control find CTAF. Nope, that's not mentioned there. Nice work, Google search. Frequencies. SkyVector. Hello, SkyVector. Airport communications. There's a ton of frequencies here. Are you going to give me a CTAF frequency? Unicom, again, that's consistent with the little nav map, 122.95. Maybe Unicom is. Maybe when it says Unicom, it means CTAF. I'm gonna put that in. 122.95, screw it. That's what I'm doing. .122.95 set, and we have 05 on the INS. Let's go nav. That's locked in. And we're good to go on the nav. Let's just set up for our departure, which is going to be SID. It was going to be that crazy one, which was LaGuardia 7, which is called the Bronx Climb. Is heading 044. Let's just pop in 044. Kind of hard to see unless you turn on the lights, so we will get that set. Set. Okay. Let's... Right, so we've got the APU running. That's good. Got the APU running, and we're ready, essentially, for push and start. So, let's get push and start sorted. Now we've got the INS all aligned. So we are on gate Charlie 39, apparently. That's not what either little nav map or Navigraph say. So I have no clue at this point, but it says so on the tarmac, so I'm going to say that. And hope that I am on the right frequency. LaGuardia traffic, American 321 is pushing back gate Charlie 39. Screw it, I'm just going to push back. Whoa. GSX Pro is outdated. Okay. Why do we have a sad face? Let's just do a pushback, please. Delta Airlines. I think it's because that update for the wastewater GSX update has just come in. Do I want to taxi that way? I guess I do. It looks kind of cool. Maybe I would get in the way of a lot of other...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
First voice I've heard all evening. Okay. Let's get my lights turned on, actually, because the cockpit looks nice. Also, when these lights are on, it tells you when that bug happens. And there's a bug that I have
Departure checks completed. Bypass
been running into. And I know exactly when it happens. There we go. Beacon is on. Ready for push and start.
locking gear.
Okay. Actually, I might push north. Screw it. You know what? I might just push north and taxi on Alpha. Alpha and Bravo to hold runway 04. Yeah. I'm going to be a wimp and go easy on myself in that sense and do that. So. Right, so nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
LaGuardia traffic, American 321 is pushing back, gate Charlie 39.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, starting engine 3. Let's watch for N2 rises beginning up through 10%. When it's 20%, we introduce fuel. And the oil pressure, yep. Oil pressure bypass should go out. N1 is beginning to rise, and that's 20% N2. So let's get engine number 3 to idle. And continue to monitor. When we have 40% N2, we should have the starter click off, and we can begin with the engine number 2. There's the click. Let's get engine number 2 sorted. N2 up through 10%. Altitude selector, we were supposed to be max of 5,000 on our Bronx climb. There's 20% N2. Let's get fuel in. And I haven't messed around with the...
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
N2, 40%, clicks. Engine 1 is beginning N2 rise. You have to wait for all 3 engines to be stabilized and the thrust to be output optimum, the electricity to be output from all 3 engines stably before you hit the after start button, or else it kind of screws it up. That's what I've understood. Oh, yep, sorry. There's your fuel. Let's put radio altimeter up to 1,000 feet AGL.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Thank you.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Let's go takeoff and let's sync all of our... Let's go flaps 25 to get out of LaGuardia as quickly as we can. Let's set the V-speed bugs. Done. We can pretty much close that down now. Okay. We've heard the click. Let's close the gate. And just give it a second. We've got all 3 lights on. I think we're ready to press the after start button. Let's press it and hope for the best. And hope that our flight engineer doesn't screw us up. Uh-oh. No. No, it looks like he's done it correctly. Yep, looks like he's done it correctly. Whew. Good. Let's get the taxi light on. Wait for the after start checklist to be run through. I think turning off the APU is part of his check. After start is green. Brilliant. Let's go taxi checklist. Okay, they're putting down the flaps for me. So I'm going to taxi Alpha. Yep, going to taxi Alpha. Is that Alpha? That's Alpha. Taxi Alpha. Yeah, I'm going to taxi Alpha Bravo to hold runway 04. I still don't hear any ATC. That's just so weirdly uncanny. I'm going to put in COM2. I'm going to put 122.8 just in case someone is talking on that Unicom as well. But I'm talking on VHF 1, which is here. Actually, let's just go VHS 2. Yeah, I can transmit on COM2. Let's transmit it on COM2. LaGuardia traffic. American 321 is taxiing to runway 04 via Alpha and Bravo.
Westchester traffic, Grumman 4908 Tango Hotel, short final runway 11 Westchester.
Okay. He's short for... Okay, there's... Anyway.
What is CTAB 118.7?
Say again for the LaGuardia CTAF, thank you.
118.7, I believe 18.7.
18.7, thank you very much. I was trying to find that. American AA 321. Okay, so someone out of the goodness of their heart has given me 18.7.
Affirm, 8 Tango Hotel.
Let's go to 18.7. LaGuardia traffic, American 321 is taxiing to runway 04 via Alpha and Bravo. LaGuardia traffic. Okay. Thankfully, we finally got that sorted. Let's get the engines up and finally get out of LaGuardia. Not on time, of course, because that wouldn't be proper. That wouldn't be right to get out of LaGuardia on time. You'd have to... The only way you can get out of New York on time is to go out of JFK. So... Okay, we're not turning left there. It's the second left. Hey, look at this. Look at us. We're flying a passenger 727. Take a look on the right, make sure we're not crashing into anyone here. That's good. This is Alpha. Let's just tap the brakes. Actually, this is apparently Bravo. No. Oh, no, that's... Oh, no, so that's the sign saying we're going on to Bravo. That's Lima coming in. And this is Alpha. Apparently. I'm going to keep the engine volume where it is right now until I get in the air and departed out of the LaGuardia airspace, because I want to be able to hear myself think. Yeah, so like I said earlier on, for some reason GSX has properly screwed up the jetways at this scenery, so I will probably have to do some tinkering to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it. Probably some reconfiguring or something like that. So, and again, as I said at the beginning of the stream, this is pretty much the first time I've ever flown with photogrammetry turned on. So I'm seeing some weird terrain polygon stuff, which I'm not used to. But I thought I'd try it anyway, just to see how we go. I'm not going to zoom into it, obviously. So, okay, so we're going to curve to the left here. So I'm going to curve around to the left, and then at a certain point we're going to weave from Alpha onto Bravo on the right. Yeah, these jetways, goodness me, I'm just going to ignore that. Do my best to ignore all of that and not taxi too fast in my vintage airliner. Thank you. It's weird that the 727 is a kind of weird placement of wings. The wing, I'm not used to the wings on an aircraft being so, on an aircraft this big being so far back, but it's because you've got the rear mounted engines. There's so much weight that far back that it means the CG is quite far back, which means that there's a lot of airplane in front of the CG to balance out from the pivot point. So it's kind of right from here. We need to weave left to the right and then immediately to the left onto Bravo and just make sure we're okay. Yep. So this is oh no, that's Echo in front of me. Oh no, that's Echo here. This is Bravo. We want to continue on Bravo. Thank you. And now it's all the way down to the end, and then a right-hand turn onto 04, and then we get out of here. So we're going to pretty much go over to INS navigation immediately after departure on turning to 360, Bronx climb on heading of 044 to 500 feet, then turn left to heading 360. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to set the heading bug to 360, because we're going to hit 500 feet pretty quick. Set. We're going to hit 500 feet pretty quick, and I'm just going to immediately want to pay attention to my heading bug from then on. So we've got a 12 knot wind. A 12 knot headwind from 6'3", so not too far off the runway centerline. The trees are just about turning the different colors now. You can see, and they are in the northeast of England where I live. So let's just tap those brakes, keep my speed under control, or try to. Now we've got our trim has been set, but I always feel like there's a lot of stick back that you need to pull the nose up, even when the trim is set correctly via the whatchamacallit clipboard. So we've set the correct V speeds and the correct trim, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 is set. Okay. Let's go to the before takeoff checklist, and let's just call on VATSIM. LaGuardia traffic, American 321 is lining up runway 04. Okay, lights are coming on. Strobes will be coming on. Flaps are set. Trim is set. Everything is ready to go. Hopefully we get off the runway before we get in the drink. And the approach is clear. We want to give ourselves as much runway as possible because I do not trust the 727 on its takeoff performance. Still, even though I've been flying this for weeks at this point. This is probably my 10th or 15th proper flight in this. And I do not trust the acceleration. I don't trust anything about this aircraft, which is probably a good thing. Yes. Right, so the before takeoff checklist has been done. Let's just call on VATSIM. LaGuardia traffic, American 3201, taking off runway 04. This will be a Bronx climb out to the northwest. LaGuardia traffic. And at this point, we'll want to go on to Unicom, but let's take off first. There, you hear a roar. Let's turn on the heading, and away she goes. And airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Checked. Feel a little bit of that wind. Little aileron, wind, good. Acceleration's good. Okay, we'll make it. We'll be fine. There's V1 rotate. Smooth pull out. Keep the nose coming up. Positive rate. Gear up. Gear selected up. About 15 to 17 degrees nose up. And that is up through 5,500 feet. Let's start the left-hand turn to 360. And trim. Immediately trim up. Let's go after takeoff checklist, please. And let's come up to... There's 360. And climb up to 5,000 feet. Let's just trim nose down. And we can pull the engines back a little bit, like so. And from here, we can get the autopilot on. Let's get altitude select, heading select. Okay. So engines are fine. Engines are just kind of in climb. Climbing at just over 2,000 feet per minute to 160 knots. Let's get the climb. Let's increase speed to 250. Let's get the speed bug now up to 250 to maintain that. When we get there, speed bug set. We can bring flaps in now. We can bring flaps into 5 up through about 170, 180 knots. Up through 3,000 feet now. Let's just go and have a look outside. And that's the departure out of LaGuardia. And goodness me, look at that photogrammetry. Look at downtown Manhattan. Wow. Okay, so up through 3,000. We're getting 4,000 feet. Let's get the flaps fully in now. And let's go to the INS. Let's go. Waypoint change is 0 to 1. Insert. And then let's go INS. Set. And let's turn off the alt cell. And then let's get the alt cell up. Let's get the alt cell up to 3.2. 3.2 is set. Now, will it level off at 1,000? Oh, and let's go hold IAS. Because we're up to 250 now. We're slightly over 250. We've unfortunately blown it. Let's go back to Unicom. We're on Unicom. Yeah, we're holding at 250. That's fine. Yep, we're up through 5,000 feet without stopping, which is fine. Let's go alt cell now. Now that we're up through that 5,000 restriction, so I actually have learnt how to do that properly now, which is great. That is always good. Let's just sync the heading bug. Coming up through 6,000. There we go. Always a bit jittery when worrying about.
York Area traffic JetBlue 1167, 12.9 for 380, just to White Christopher, Westchester, New York area.
Yeah, so that darker patch there must be the photogrammetry for New York, for the greater New York area, I'm guessing. Up through 11,000. So up through 11,000, let's go 1,000 feet per minute. And let's go, yeah, we're back to vertical speed hold. And let's go up to 300 knots. Once we get to 300 knots, we should have turned that off a while ago. Logo is off, that's fine. Once we get up to 300 knots, we're going to set the auto throttle to hold 300 knots. Turn it on there. So that's going to hold us at 300 knots. And now we can bring up the vertical speed and keep climbing. But now we're on the auto throttle. And we are inbound to, let me see, distance and time. So we're inbound 13 nautical miles will take us 2.2 minutes to get there. And the desired track for that is a 289. So we could actually set, 289 on our course. 289. Set. That's kind of weird. That's relatively. But maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's just the difference in true heading versus magnetic heading at this latitude. I'm not sure. Up through 14,000, climbing really steadily. We should be on standard barometric pressure now, so let's go 1013. That's 1014, 1013, set. And let's do that on standby as well. Have to do this manually on all three of them. One 1013 set and 1013. Set. And cross-checked, passing 15.7. Set. Cross-checked. Okay, so we're going inbound now at 4 nautical miles. So we're gonna hit the left-hand turn very soon now. And once we hit the left-hand turn, we will see desired track will change from 289 to something else. Just pause track IR like this. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have left 280. Let's set 280. 280 set. As far as I can passing 17,500. Oh, well, actually, I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm in America, so I should have set standard barometric pressure at 18,000, but we've already set that in advance, so that's not a problem. Still good on our climb up to 32,000. And the frame rates are feeling a little bit better now that we're outside the New York airspace. And here we are, over... Where are we over? New York State, I guess. Yeah. We'll be going overhead Pennsylvania soon. Let me bring this across here. You can see we've just passed our first INS waypoint. And we're heading outbound, climbing as we do so. And, yeah. Williamsport, is that where? Williamsport Regional? No, it was Lock Haven. Mifflin County, Lock Haven, is it in here somewhere? I was just looking where they first started producing the pipe Comanches. Can't remember exactly, but Lock Haven is in here somewhere. Maybe if I go... Where's my... Oh, there it is. Lock Haven. Oh, it's not going to give me... No, it's not going to give me... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. Let's just pause track IR. And, the one thing I don't have is Volanta, of course. Let's pop Volanta up. I always forget that. It would be nice to track this for my my logs. So let's just get that fired up. All of the things. Let's just get all of the things. There we go. Lovely. Now, this will give us time also to think about our approach into Chicago, which... Yeah... You can still see the graphical shape of the cargo hatch, even though the skin is a skin of a passenger airliner. But we're not going to get any better than this until we actually get the FSS passenger variant, and I'm happy enough with this. So, it wasn't. I was kind of laughing at myself the other day. It wasn't that long ago that. It wasn't that long ago that we didn't have modeled three-dimensional windows on an aircraft three-dimensional model. It wasn't that long ago in flight simulation history when this is the best we had. We just had windows painted on the side of the aircraft, and they weren't actually physically modeled. For those of you who remember those days, I salute you. But look at the shininess. Oh, I love it. And look at the dirt as well. I mean, that's dirt on another level, isn't it? So let's just leave the outside camera and just run back inside, make sure everything's going okay. Yeah, so we're a little bit low on speed, so let's just bring that down to about 1,200 feet per minute now in the climb. We're up through 27,000, so we'll climb at 1,200 feet per minute up to our cruise of 32,000, and we'll allow our speed just to climb gradually back up to our 300 knot climb speed. And that pretty much is it, guys. We're going well, and we're going from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2. You see how the INS has gone from 0.5 to 0. It's gone from 0.5 to 1.5, but instead of 1.5, it's gone to 1.4. And I don't exactly know the significance of going from 5 to 4. It's something to do with the way the INS accuracy degrades over time. One thing we could try to do this evening, which I've never tried myself before, is to try to realign the INS. Now, we don't need to do it right now because it's already it's pretty much as accurate as it could be. But maybe later, before we hit Chicago, maybe we should try to realign the INS with a land-based VOR frequency, which would be really cool to try that. So we could try that based on what's been told us in the manual. Oh, yes, I have squawked. Right, that was part of the checklist. Yep, on alt. Good. 1607 on alt. Coming up through flight level 290. Wow. Wow, apparently VATSIM tells me that I have a total time on VATSIM of 1,319 hours, which is cool. Hey, Peter and Aqua Vital and Nelson. Yep, good to see you guys. Thanks for jumping in, Ian. We're flying a 727 freighter that has a passenger livery skinned to the outside of the airframe. So it kind of looks like we're flying a passenger airliner, except that when you move into the inside, you can see the crates and the freighter stuff inside, but I'm not going to worry about that. This is the best we can get until they actually give us an authentic passenger variant. So this is the closest I can get. So I'm having fun with it anyway. So we're still in the climb. We've got 1,000 feet to go. And when we have 1,000, we've got the auto throttle already engaged. So at 1,000 feet, sorry, when we level out at 32,000, the speed will climb, and then it will climb. And when the needle hits our marker or our pipper, we will actually let's cruise at Mach 80. Don't want to get too close to that barber pole. So the desired track is 280, which let's just adjust that. 280 set. Okay, leveling out at our altitude. Let's just make sure. Where is my... Yes, fasten seatbelt is... Fasten seatbelt and no smoking are off. I thought they turned that off as per the checklist, but I guess they didn't. A little bit of a turn here. Sometimes there is a little bit of an adjustment based off the wind, so... no, that's not correct. Sorry. Forget me. Yeah, so we're leveled out now. You'll see the speed is increasing. And as the speed increases, you'll see the throttles come back. Not sure what frequency my VOR frequency was picking something up there. Okay, yep, you see there's the throttles coming back now. Very gradually easing back as we want to hold Mach 80. And now we are in cruise. Let's go altitude hold on the little flight tracker. There we go. Lovely. And I found the INS to be really well modeled in this. I'm just hoping that when the 707 is released by Microsoft and Airplane Heaven, that they give us a half decently modeled airliner with a correctly modeled INS, and then my flight simulator life will be complete, really. The only thing better than a 707 is going to be the Stratocruiser, the Connie, and a Comet in vintage retro airliner life. So okay, so now we are in cruise. Now we're in cruise. Let's think about Chicago. Now, is there any... No, so there's no ATC still online for Chicago, which is fine. Let's not run before we can walk with an airliner like this. Although, actually, I was running full tilt, flying this thing into Frankfurt the other night on VATSIM. So now, actually, this is my time to just relax on VATSIM. And let's set up, actually. Let's set up our INS realignment. So, here we are. Let's go down to... Let's see, let's choose this VOR, NOx VOR, to use as our realign point. And if you see there, the elevation of that is 686 feet, which is going to be helpful to us later on. So everything is all good in cruise. I'm just going to put the... Oh no, what's the alert? That's not good. Why is it telling me that there's an alert? Got a ground speed of 474. Okay, oh no, the alert was probably to say that we passed a waypoint. Yeah, because we are literally just coming overhead a waypoint now. So that was probably just a waypoint alert. Yeah, now we're going waypoint 2 to 3. Okay, so... let's see. Let's just go and pause track IR there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. NOx is waypoint 6. So we're going to be using waypoint 6. Let's go and pull up on the documentation hub the INS, how to use the INS. Aligning, setting up waypoints, directing waypoints, sim brief import, auto manual leg switching, drift position update. Here we go. I've been in the Mad Dog all day, Incheon to Manila and back. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. The Mad Dog is one that I never got myself, but I hear very good things. So, the INS will naturally develop a position error ranging from 0.25 nautical miles an hour to 1.5 nautical miles an hour in the CIV model of this INS. There is no function for position correction. However, the CIV-A model, which we're simulating, includes a VOR/DME-based position updating system. Okay, so check the accuracy index on the direct track status page, which is here. If it's greater than 1 in a position update, should be considered. Okay. So, to insert a DME station, 1. Select Data Selector to Waypoint. Now, that's that. So let's go to 6. Okay. Set waypoint DME. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Set data selector to waypoint. Oh, that's what I meant to do. That there. Okay. And then set waypoint DME selector to number of the DME station to be loaded, which is 6. Simultaneously press 7 and 9. So LL and then DME. Yeah, so you have to click both of them within 1 second, and a from to display will show the flashing active DME station index. And then input the DME station lat long. Okay, so the lat long of that station, NOx, the lat long of... So let's just get all these things up and ready before I press these buttons. So the lat long of NOx is there. Okay, I've got that in my screen. So input and then press waypoint change key. There's the waypoint change key. Press number key of your selected waypoint DME selector slot. Press number key of your selected way. Okay, there's a lot of weird things going on here. Yes, MD88 is the evolution of the DC9, that's right. Okay, so, right, let's try this. Okay, let's press 7 and 9, and then input the lat and long, right? 7, 9. Right, okay, that's there. 7 and 9. Now let's go and put in the lat and long, which is north 4119er 3. Insert. West 086390, and then we press insert. Okay, after doing that, press waypoint change key. Waypoint change key. Press number key of your selected waypoint, which is 6. 6. Press insert key. Insert. Simultaneously press 3 and 9. 3 and 9. Oh crap, what's going on? I hope all is going well. Press key 2 or 8 to indicate following load to... okay. Press key 2 or 8 to indicate following load is altitude. Round off DME station altitude to nearest 1,000 feet and load the number of thousands by pressing corresponding key in sequence. Okay. Round off DME station altitude to the nearest 1,000, which should be 1,000, and load the number of thousands by pressing corresponding keys in sequence. 6.6 thousand equals 7,000. Equals 7. Okay, so basically 1. Okay, that's not working. Frequency 9. That's not worked. Okay. Okay, press 4 or 6 to indicate that following load is frequency. Load frequency by pressing 5 keys in sequence. So 117.5 is 11750. Note only frequencies from 108 to 108. Okay, so basically we now load the frequency of NOx, which is is 11560. Is 11560. And then insert. Okay. Press insert. Repeat step 2 to 12 for each DME station. To return the INS to normal operation, momentarily set data selector to any position other than waypoint. Okay. Right, so we've gone back to position, and now we can go back to distance and time. And we can watch 2.4 and see if that actually makes any difference. Phew, okay. So this is all a bit of trial and error here. We don't quite know what's going to happen. So as 276 is our correct track, and let's go to distance and time. It's 37 nautical miles. Okay. So we know that we're on at least 2.4 or 2.4. By the time we get to Knox, we'll probably be on 3.4 or 4.4 in terms of the accuracy of the INS. So we're interested to see if by the time we're descending into Chicago, that might go back down to 0.4 or 1.4. We'll just have to see what happens. I don't quite know. I need to do this. Every single time I fly this aircraft, I need to put myself through that process until I learn how to realign the INS. Because, and this is the key, because I'm trying to train myself how to use the INS properly, because once the 707 drops, and once Aeroplane Heaven in their infinite wisdom give us an INS in the 707, I'm going to be doing transatlantic, pan-Pacific, long hauls in the 707. And I'm going to need to know how to realign the INS en route, so it's good for me to learn this. So, let's see. Volanta is giving me an arrival of about 53 minutes from now, which is fine. Let's just take a screenshot and add it into Volanta. Okay. So far, all has been going well. Let's just double check VATSIM. Ooh, Chicago approach has come online, guys. Yo. We got ourselves some approach ATC into Chicago O'Hare, which is great. No radio checks. All pilots, please use current charts. Well, once I get closer, I'm gonna message him and say, you've got someone with an INS coming inbound with no GPS in about an hour. So okay, I'm gonna close down check DME station distance. Let's try that. Let's try check the DME station distance. Oh, there's an alert. It's probably because I'm within 5 nautical miles of a... Okay, so set data selected to distance time. Set waypoint DME selected to desired station, station 6. Enter DME mode by simultaneously pressing 3 and 9. The distance nautical miles is displayed on the left screen. So 3 plus 9. Okay, we don't have any readout. Interestingly, we don't have any readout of that. Let's go back to position and then back to distance and time. Yeah, so the way you get out of those functions is you immediately go back to a function other than distance, time, or waypoint. So, that's fine. Okay, that turn happened. What's the new desired track? Is 273. Let's set 273 and realign the heading. And then let's go. So we're still at 24. But again, we're not within range of the VOR frequency of Knox yet. So still got a ways to go. 49 minutes now. Chicago may give me anything. I might actually just message him now. Actually, I can't because I'm not close enough to him. I can't actually see him. He is... yeah, he's not available yet, but we'll see him soon. He's 1900. Let's just set 1900 in. What are we on? We're on... Ooh, okay, 1900. And let's go 122.8. Let's just go back to COM 1. Let's go like that. And then let's go back to COM 1. Yeah, so now we're on COM 1. We're on COM 1 Unicom. We're on COM 1 Unicom, 122.8 in the box, and when we need to go over to Chicago approach, we just flip the knob over to the left-hand side, and we'll be on him. So we've got that set up, which is good. Okay, we have another aircraft. Oh no, is he past us? No, he's not. Okay, we've got another aircraft off our nose, off our 2 to 3 o'clock. There he is. He's 33,000. He's 1,000 feet above me. That's fine. He's 1,000 feet above me. I'm slightly north of track. I'm slightly north of track now, you can see. He's going to cross across my nose, but 1,000 feet above me. Yeah, you see the aircraft is turning to the left to adjust its track. So, in the INS, we do have pages X track, true track. Yeah, so I think it's this page. It's this page which shows you Yeah, I can't remember exactly what this means. We'll have to do it. Oh, I could actually create a tutorial on each page on the knob of the INS and just give it a quick breakdown. I think that would be really helpful for me as well as everyone who might want to watch it. Yeah, that might be cool. But pretty much this page should tell us, I think, not this one. I think, yeah, XTK and TKE. This should tell us, are we to the left or to the right of track? And it states that it thinks it's bang on track. But when I look at little navgraph, we are slightly off track. But then it's tracking, maybe it's because it's tracking true rather than magnetics. I don't know. It's doing pretty well, I have to say. We are still on 2-4. And there's the wind. It's actually giving me direct wind direction and speed, which is cool. 171 nautical miles to the next waypoint. So, yeah. Yeah, it seems to be gradually, like every now and then is adjusting. I think that's based off the wind, because the wind is bumping us around a little bit. So, climb to 370. Have a safe arrival in Chicago. My in-laws are from Knox. Oh, cool. And you drove past the VOR a few times. Nice. Locals. I love meeting locals. Oh, that's cool. I used to live in Western Pennsylvania myself, so even though I live back over in the UK, in England, in the northeast of England, and I sound English, I am half English, half American, so I'm a Western PA guy from kind of Newcastle, Grove City, kind of Verlant, north of Pittsburgh. My dad used to work in Boardman, Ohio. Yeah. So I've been across the water a couple of times. Right, let's see. We have a Transair A321 behind us. Again, coming down from Canada. He's kind of in this region. He's a bit further away. He's coming down from Canada, just like the previous aircraft was Air Canada Rouge aircraft as well. Yeah, there he is, just on the horizon. I can see him. The Air Canada Rouge. Where was he going? MKJS. That's Montego Bay, I think. And the Transair is MKJS as well. So both of them, I think, are going to Montego Bay. Yeah, this INS is still adjusting little bit by little bit, giving us little adjustments. Now, do we see... No, we do not see Chicago frequency yet. I might actually go, it's quiet right now, I might actually go use the bathroom quickly while in cruise, so give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I just came back and realized that for some reason my OBS has been recording for 13 minutes. So there must be some weird hidden key press that starts OBS recording that I'm not aware of. But that's not a good idea because that would detract from my performance. So that's not a good idea. Can I see him yet? No, I cannot. Get rid of the iPhone at the moment. So we're on accuracy level 3-4 now. So we're less accurate now, and I think I can see it. If you can... If I zoom in here. Yeah, you can see. That's the VOR. That's our path. So we definitely are... Let's just measure. Oh. We are... What are we... 2.2 nautical miles off track. We're exactly 2.2 nautical miles north of track. So I'm really interested. There is NOx VOR. I'm really interested to see what happens to the INS once we hit NOx VOR. Which shouldn't be long now. Should not be long. Oh yeah, I see Toronto control has come online. But I still do not see Chicago O'Hare approach frequency online yet. Which we might see it when we get closer, hopefully. So anyway, and we've got 37 minutes left to run, so roughly. A bit more than that, but you get the idea. You're going to meet three 319s going to Philadelphia quite soon. Okay. Oh yes, I can see them. What altitude? 37, 39, and 36. They'll all go over my head. Yeah, they'll all go. I can actually, yeah, I can see them. Actually, you're very true. Yeah, I see them go over my head. Yep. Yeah, they all left Chicago pretty... Oh, no, not Chicago, Milwaukee. Oh, I'm sorry. Milwaukee is north of Chicago, not south of Chicago. I said earlier on I thought it was south, but mistake. Gary, that's what I was thinking of. So, probably. Anyway. Enough of that. Let's just, I really want to message this controller sooner rather than later. There's a United Airlines 699 to my north. Can I see him? Yeah, I can see him. He's up there. Where is he at? He's at 37,000 feet. Up there. He's inbound to Newark Liberty. Yeah, I'm not used to, like I said earlier on, I'm not used to seeing the wings on an aircraft so far back on the fuselage. But again, it's because of there's so much weight. All the engines are at the very back, and it means they have to move the wings back for stabilization. But also, it means that there's a lot of weight on the front of the nose. There's a lot of weight in front of the wings that has to counteract all that weight at the back. So it's a different setup, and it's not it's not a profile, it's not a visual profile that many of us are used to seeing these days. But there we go. So there is a descent calculator in here, which I have never really used very much. If I say target is 3,000 feet, it's saying the required distance is 91 nautical miles, and the requested vertical speed is negative 1,600 feet per minute. So it's basically saying that if I started it, I've never ever used the managed descent feature, and I don't want to start now because I'm live streaming and I'm on VATSIM, but I might have to try that one day. But at least that tells me that I've got about 90, I'm going to call it 95 nautical miles of, and I've got 265 nautical miles left to run. So I've still got a ways before anyway, this is Lake Erie. Actually, we're just passing overhead Cleveland, Ohio, which is just there. And Cleveland, Ohio is actually, I think if that's the main airport of Cleveland right there. No, it's not. It's actually further down. Yeah, there it is. There's Cleveland International. I took off from Cleveland International on the 4th of August 2009 and flew to Heathrow in a United 757. And that was my emigrating back from America to the UK again. The trio of Airbuses is screaming ever closer. Here he is now. Right, let's open up private chat. There we go. See what he says about that. Now I've popped that in. See what he says about that. Wings are in the back as well as the engines. Yeah, I think the CRJ 700 is similar proportions. Yeah, that's true. Aqua Vital. The CRJ 700 and 900 and things of that ilk. I think Bombardier, some of the Bombardier bizjets probably still have that same sort of proportional setup. But in the commercial world, in the commercial airliner world, the CRJ is probably the only thing that it's really only tail-mounted engine jets that have that setup. But it's fairly rare to see that, I guess, at this point. So I've messaged him and he's not answered back. I have a feeling he's probably just really busy. And at some point he might get round to replying to me. But it's he's not got a. Well, actually, if he's got a couple. He's got 3 ground He's got 3 ground aircraft on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, three on the ground and 4 in the air. So he's probably not sleeping at the moment, let's say. But he's not super busy at the same time as well. And this is the thing. This is the advantage of flying an aircraft like this in an environment like this over a VATSIM event or something like the scenery release of Frankfurt on a Saturday night. That was kind of foolish of me to throw a 727 into the mix and expect anyone to give me any preferential treatment, I guess. But I'm hoping that he does look at my case and go, yeah, oh, there we go. Yeah, oh, thank you. Okay, cool, sweet, happy. He's happy. I'm happy. This is going to be great. I haven't flown into Chicago in a long time. In the sim. Yeah, he will send me a contact me when I'm closer. Okay. Sweet. All it takes for me is a flick of the knob, and I'm on his frequency. So, and we know exactly, roughly, when we should start descending. So all is good. We want to be descending. We've got 220 nautical miles left to run. So we've got easily another 115 nautical miles to run before we need to start thinking about top of descent. So we will initiate the descent outside of his frequency range. Yep, so we're on 3-4. We're still on 3-4. And I kind of want to know, check DME station distance. Let's try the check the DME station distance again. So if we go to the DME station of 6, and we go, just double check that it was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was 6. DME station of 6. Hang on a second. Why are we still going 3 to 4? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Did I not do this correct? Nox is 41.19.3. Okay, I've got to go check the waypoint here. Okay. It's 5. Crap, it's 5. I did this completely wrong. Right. Did this completely wrong. I've got to redo all this. Right. Okay, so let's do this quickly. Set this to waypoint. Set waypoint DME selected to the number of the DME station, which is 5. Simultaneously press 7 and 9. 7 and 9. From to will show flashing. To show the flashing. Right. Input DME station lat long as described here. Right, let's do it. North. 4119.3. Insert. West. 08639.0. Insert. Right. Press key 2 or 8 to indicate following load is altitude. Round off DME station altitude to the nearest... Wait, what have I done? Press the number. Oh, crap. Okay. Waypoint change key. 5. Press insert. Okay. Okay, and it is frequency of 15.6. Insert. Repeat step 2. Okay, it's 4-4. Let's see if everything I did works. Okay, now I realize. Okay, now I'm going from nav point 4 to 5, and the nav point 5 is the nav point that I want to realign the INS on. So now, having done all of that, let's go to the check DME station distance, which is, let me just pause track IR here, and let's say set data selector to distance and time. Done. Set waypoint DME selector to the desired station, which is 5. Enter DME mode by simultaneously pressing 3 and 9. 3 and 9. The distance is displayed on the left screen. Okay, so basically, the range of that is 130 nautical miles. Let's add range rings. We should be seeing that range now. We are within 130 nautical miles of the point. I don't know why we're not seeing that. It is a VOR DME with a range of 130 nautical miles. So I may just be getting everything wrong here and making mistakes, but that's me trying it on live stream. I will continue to fiddle around with this and try to repeat these things until I get it right, and then I can do it on an actual official tutorial. But at least I'm not screwing things up too much. At least I can go back to my normal pages and it's still functioning as it should, which is good. Yeah, I'm still slightly off track, but that's normal. Oh my goodness, that's loud. That makes me... That makes me jump so badly. Oh dear. Okay, actually, let's go 15.6 on nav 1. And just see... No, we're not picking it up on nav 1 either. So... We're not picking it up on 15.6 on nav 1 either. So there must be something not quite... Hopefully. I wonder if it's just one of those phantom VORs. Actually, it could just be some weird phantom VOR that shows up on little nav map, but it doesn't actually exist in the sim, which just would be annoying. But there we go. Weirder things have happened. I thought that was the controller sending me a contact request. But there we go. Let's pull out this descent approach. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses, check. Seatbelt and no smoking goes on for the descent. Anti-ice check. Brake pressure check. Gear lever check. Arrival briefing complete. Altimeters set and cross check. Okay. T-brake sign is still up. Oh, thank you, Ian. Sorry. See, I was doing that to see how sharp you were. You see, my own view of... I'm not actually looking at OBS on my second screen. I'm looking at Restream to get the chat box up. And the Restream thumbnail of my own live stream is horrendously far back, and it's just stuck and frozen on a frame from like 45 minutes ago. So I'm not actually watching at every given moment what my stream should look like to the viewers until I open up the OBS tab, and then I would see, and I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway. So it looks like he's just going to give me good old-fashioned vectors onto an ILS, which is great. I'm happy about that. So... yeah, it's still 4-4. Yeah, we're getting no frequency from this VOR, which makes me think that it's just genuinely not working, which is really sad, because I did all of that on stream. That is very sad. Oh, Airbuses. Did I totally... yeah, I totally missed. I'm totally not paying attention to the Airbuses, but never mind. I could try a later. I could try Jot. Should we try that? Let's try it. Right, so Jot, what point is Jot in the... waypoint? So it's 4132.8. There it is, 7. So it's waypoint 7 that we want. Okay, so let's go back up to this. Okay, so select waypoint to waypoint. Yep. Select waypoint DME selector to the number, which is 7. Simultaneously press 7 and 9. Input DME station lat long as described here. Okay, let's do that. So that's north 41 32 8 set. West is 08819 1. Insert. Done. Press waypoint change key. Press number key of your selected DME slot, which is 7. Press insert key, insert. Simultaneously press 3 and 9. 3, 9. Press 2 key or 8 key to indicate following load is altitude. Let's do that. Round off DME station altitude to the nearest 1,000. So let's see, what are we at there? That is, height is 591. So that's an altitude of 1,000. Press insert. Press key 4 or 6 to indicate that is following as a frequency. And now we put the frequency in of 12.3. So 11230, and insert. Repeat step 2 to 12 for each DME station. return to an INS waypoint by doing this, okay? Okay, there we go. So, now we've put it in for waypoint 7. So, I'm excited to see what might happen. And we are getting closer. 120 nautical miles now. The question is, do we want to run the last 30 nautical miles at 3,000 feet? I don't think so. And if we're descending at 1,600 feet per minute, we could descend a lot steeper than that with no problems at all. So I feel like now is not the time to start descending. I'm excited to see if... Let's just tune 12.3. Oh, that's 13.3. Let's go 12.3. Yep. Okay, so we've actually got the frequency up. So let's actually test that in the INS by going to select, go to distance and time, select the waypoint selector to the desired station, which is 7. Enter DME mode by simply pressing 3 and 9. And it's still showing... That's really weird. I mean, we should be nav 1, 123. That should show 123. Maybe it can't show 3 digits. Maybe it can only show 2 digits, so it will start to show when we are 99 nautical miles away? I don't know. Anyway, we're at 4.4. I've screwed around with this enough this evening that I may have just completely broken it. I'm not sure. I hope not. But there we are. Who knows? And there is the great and noble Lake of Michigan. Yeah, I would be interested to see it getting more accurate. That would be cool for my approach into Chicago to be more accurate again. But I just don't know. Yeah, my wind is actually getting more choppy, and you can see the auto throttle is having to continually be adjusting itself to compensate. Okay, so, oh, actually, I'm 96 nautical miles remaining now. I need to start descending. Right, let's start descending now. And my auto throttle should come all the way back to maintain my speed. So that's fine. Okay. Let's just double check that descent checklist. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses should be okay. Seatbelts and no smoking should now come on. Anti-ice is checked. We're okay with that. Gear lever is neutral. Arrival briefing. Yep. So basically, it's all the INS waypoints we have currently selected down to 3,000 feet, and once we hit 3,000 feet, we level and essentially take orders from Chicago approach vectors onto the ILS, which he will give us. So that's it. Altimeters set and cross-check. We'll do that as we come down through 18,000 feet. And then the landing data, EPR and AS bugs we will set as we get closer. Actually, we might as well. Let's just do that now. So let's go. We're going to do flaps. We'll do a flaps 30. Let's set those winds. And then let's set those EPRs. And let's set those V speeds, which are now set. So that's good. Coming down through 29,000 feet. All looking good so far. We just need our INS to start adjusting its accuracy, which I have a feeling it's just not doing. Look, we're 88 nautical miles out now. Let's try this DME station selector again. Set data selected to distance and time. Set. Set waypoint DME selected to desired station, which is 7. Enter DME mode by simultaneously pressing 3 and 9. Yep, 0. It's not picking up. It's not picking up the waypoint at all. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. But we're on 4-4, and I don't think we're going to get any better than that until we hit Chicago, so... that's annoying. Hello, good evening, Captain Anubis. Good to see you. Yeah, I am kind of annoyed that still hasn't worked, but what can you do, hey? At least it's working. 286? 286 set. Coming down through 26,000 feet. And my profile on Little Nav Map looks okay. We've got a tailwind now, apparently. Yeah, we should be realigning the INS now. We're so close to it, to the VOR. We shouldn't have a problem, but here we are. I'm a bit sad that hasn't worked. I'm gonna have to try again. When I'm flying offline to see what happens on a longer trip. So there's a number of aircraft coming into Chicago. Now is probably a good time to start looking at the Chicago taxi routing. The approach shouldn't be a big deal. It's more, yeah. This is kind of what I'm looking at. Once he gives me a runway, I'll have more of an idea. What it is I'm going to be taxiing into. Parking gates. Yeah, there you go. The parking gates that's going to be really helpful. Yo, dude. But anyway, I think we'll just keep that plate up when we need it, and Yeah, I'm getting close to his airspace now, so he will probably call me fairly soon. Down through 22,000 feet. So at 18,000 we go to local barometric pressure, which is... let's get that up. What's the Chicago METAR? Let's pull that up. The Chicago METAR is... Oh, it's 30 degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How is it 30 degrees Celsius over there? It's 3008. And he has... Yeah. Chicago, good afternoon. American 321 with you, descending through flight level 200.
American 321, Chicago approach, hello, squawk 5520.
Squawk 5520, American 321.
Chicago approach, Korean Air 6605, heavy with you, 16,000, descending on the Becky 6.
Korean Air 6605, heavy squawk 4376.
Well, squawk 4376, Korean Air 6605, heavy.
American 321, you're ready to contact flight level 190. Descend and maintain 11,000, the O'Hare altimeter 3008, Alpha is current.
Descend and maintain 11,000, altimeter 3008, and Alpha is current, American 321.
American 321, fly heading 330 vectors. Expect runway 10 center.
Fly heading 330 vectors and expect 10 center for American 321.
American 320, you can expect a visual for runway 10 center.
Thank you, visual 10 center, American 321.
Korean Air 6605 heavy, you're ready to contact 14,000, the O'Hare altimeter 3008, Alpha's current, expect ILS 10 center.
Okay, coming down through 18,000, let's go local barometric pressure, which is 308.
Envoy 3907, you up? American 321, fly heading 300 now.
Oh, 300. 300 now, thanks. 321. And let's begin.
O'Hare approach, Envoy 3907, we're with you at a 16.3 for 14,000 with Alpha.
Envoy 3907, Chicago approach, hello, squawk 0075.
0075.
Set. I have a bad feeling. Oh, I mean, look, the airport is right there. Oh.
Envoy 3907, ready to contact 15,600, descend and maintain 7,000, expect ILS 0 center.
Let's
Okay,
just
10 center down to 7,000, envoy 3907.
American 321, descend and maintain 9,000.
descend and maintain 9,000, American 321.
American 321, just confirm your flight heading 300.
300 for 321, yes.
Central aircraft O'Hare information, Bravo now current wind 080 at 9 altimeter 3008.
Let's come down through
Midway information, Foxtrot
250.
wind 070 at 10 altimeter 3008. American 321, reduced speed at 210 knots.
210 knots, American 321.
Envoy 3907, reduced speed at 250 knots.
Okay, slowing to 250, envoy 3907.
Korean Air 6605 Heavy, flight heading 360, descend and maintain 5,000.
Heading 360 down to 5,000, Korean Air 6605 Heavy.
Let's reduce that speed. Come on.
American 321, I keep showing you drifting northbound. Just confirm your turn left 20 degrees, please.
Left 20, American 321. Sorry about that.
Envoy 3907, traffic 09 o'clock, about 8 miles through 11,000, 727.
All right, we got the traffic on TCAS at about 10 o'clock, 10 miles.
Gotcha.
Coming down through
Envoy
10,000.
3907, reduce speed at 210 knots, descend and maintain 5,000.
Okay, 5,210 on the speed, envoy 3907.
American 321, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, American 321. He's given me 10 center, which is 108.95.
Korean Air 6605 Heavy, proceed to Peepaw, cross Peepaw at or above 5,000, clear to ILS.
108.95 set.
10 center approach.
And that is localizer heading.
Peepaw 5,000, clear to ILS 10 center approach. Korean Air 6605.
American 321, flighting 270.
270, American 321.
Envoy 3907, are you able 9 center instead?
Yeah, we take any runway airport in sight.
American Envoy 3907, fly your present heading. I'm going to overfly you, overfly O'Hare, and then expect the visual 9 center.
Okay, present heading, we'll overfly the airport for a left base on 9 center, envoy 3907.
American 321, amend the altitude 5,000.
Sorry, did you say hold 5,000?
Correct. Affirmative, amend your altitude, maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, 321. Setting 5,000.
Envoy 3907, if you're able to give me a 320 heading, if that works.
Okay, 320 on the heading for envoy 3907.
United 1562 on the frequency.
1,000 to go. Okay, we've got our lights.
Korean Air 6605 Heavy, speed to your discretion.
Speed at our discretion, 6605 Heavy.
And where do you park today?
Let's do the approach
Wherever
checklist.
Delta typically parks, I'm not that familiar with O'Hare.
Roger. Are you, you said you're a Delta or a Korean Air?
I'm Korean Air, but Delta partner.
Roger, it'll be Terminal 5, the Mike Gates.
We're up today, Korean Air 6605.
Oh shoot, it's not. It did not connect.
American 321, the O'Hare Airport's at your 3 to 4 o'clock, about 10 miles.
Affirm, we have the field in sight, 321.
American 321, roger. Also, traffic is at your 1 to 2 o'clock, about 11 miles at 5,000, 787, 900.
Affirm, we have the traffic, 321.
American 321, maintain visual separation from the traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 10 center, your number 2.
Maintain visual separation from the traffic, number 2, and cleared to approach runway 10 center visual, American 321.
Envoy 3907, once I get you turned on downwind here, I'll give you your approach claims.
Okay, we don't need the full approach. We can take visual short approach if you need it.
That's
Roger.
just...
Yeah, I'm just getting you a little bit north, and then I'm gonna turn you in.
There he is. Let's go flaps 5.
American 321, caution, wake to everyone's following a 787 heavy jet.
Affirm, we might give him a good bit of lead here in the 727, thanks.
Roger. Delta 326, ready to taxi.
Ready to taxi.
Delta 326, O'Hare, Formation Bravo is current now, the altimeter 3008. Runway 10 left to Delta, Delta taxi. Let's do a go south on Echo, correction, go south on the ramp. Exit at Victor 2, right on Victor, left on Alpha. I'll have more for you when you get on Alpha.
You see that altitude thing? I just needed to I needed to cycle the out
Envoy
cell.
3907, just going to maintain 3000.
Okay, 3000, Envoy 3907.
I'm gonna give it a few more moments before I...
South, okay, so you said south of V2, Victor 2, and then Victor left on Alpha.
Affirmative, yeah, you can, unless, are you able to make the turn where you're at right there at Alpha 14?
Yeah, I could do that.
Alright, make the right on Alpha 14, left on Alpha, and then I'll have more for you when you get on Alpha.
All right, sounds good. Alpha 14, left on Alpha, and you'll have more for me. Thank you.
Envoy 3907, speed to discretion, cleared visual approach 29 center, caution wake turbulence. Heavy jet 7 lands parallel 10 center.
Okay, we're clear for the visual 9 center, Envoy 3907.
Korean Air 6605 heavy, runway 10 center, 1080 at 9, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 10 center, Korean Air 6605 heavy.
And there'll be traffic joining the parallel for 9 center, should be no factor for you.
Yeah, we've got traffic. Korean Air.
Oh, we've got a parallel traffic on 9 center.
Delta 326, when you get on Alpha, you're going to make the left on Alpha 10, right November.
So I make the left on Alpha, I'll be Alpha 10 and November for Delta 326.
American, United 1562 on frequency.
Okay, here we go. It's that Korean Air. I mean, I probably should have given him more lead. Probably didn't give him enough lead.
Envoy 3907, running 9 center, clear to land 1080 at 9er.
Alright, clear to land 9 center, Envoy 3907.
American 321, unit number 2, following the heavy jet. wind 080 at 9 or clear to land.
Clear to land, 10 center visual, American 321.
Chicago approach, hello, United 1562, flight level 14, correction, 114 south.
United 1562, squawk 5503.
Okay, approach mode is armed.
5503, United 15.
We're at our minimum approach speed. There's the localizer. Landing checklist. Let's get the taxi light on.
Delta 326, you're going to make the right on November, then left on Delta Delta, hold short, 10 left.
Right on November and hold short Delta Delta for 326.
United 1562, your radar contact 13,200, O'Hare information, Bravo, altimeter 3008. Fly heading 180 for vectors, ILS 10 center.
Heading 180 for vectors, 10 center, 3008, United 1562.
1562, where is he? Oh, okay, he's right there. An A320, okay. He's an A320, I think he's like right there. Okay, continuing, I'm...
United 1562, descend maintain 5,000.
5,000, United 1562.
It's just, we can afford to speed up a little bit. Yeah, we can afford to speed up a little bit. Get that nose down a little bit. I wanted to get all my stuff set up way in advance. We're 16 nautical miles out still. We're below the glide. We're on localizer. We're doing good. I wanted to just get above the bug because I know there's an A320 who's...
United 1562, if when able, reduce speed to 210 knots.
Roger, when able, reduce...
Currently ground speed of...
United 1562.
Ground speed's 147. Actually, let's just keep it on ground speed for the moment, 149. As I come in. And we're all set up. There's the glide. There is the glide. And we're going to be coming down. And I can see actually on little nav map that the 787 is just
United 1562, turn right heading 270.
a few moments from touchdown now.
United 1562.
There's no ground controller. No ground controller at all, so he'll just give me a taxi in. Taxi instructions. Yeah, so the 787 is now touchdown, and I am coming down the glide, and I'm on the localizer. All is good. All is perfect. I mean, I could not have asked for a better situation.
Korean Air 6605 Heavy, you can make the right onto Papa, left at Yankee, hold short, runway 10 left at Yankee.
Right on the Papa, left on Yankee, hold short at 10 left at Yankee. 6605 Heavy.
Delta 326, runway 10 left to Delta Delta, fly the runway heading. I'll return to you in the air, wind 080 at 9, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff for Delta 326 and fly runway heading.
Envoy 3907, where do you park?
Going to Lima terminal, looking to go in the back way via Alpha.
Envoy 3907, right on Tango Tango, hold short 9 right at Tango Tango.
Right on Tango Tango, hold short. Envoy 3907.
Which, are you doing like the Lima 23, 24 gates, or you have a specific gate in mind?
Yeah, Lima 23.
Roger.
It's holding very
Envoy
nice.
3907, cross 499 right, continue Tango Tango, red Alpha, cross the Alpha Bridge into Lima 23 is open.
It's holding very
All right,
nicely.
clear to cross Alpha to the gate with you. Envoy 3907.
Korean Air 6605 Heavy, cross runway 10 left on Yankee. Make the left on Victor, then you can enter the ramp at Victor 5 or Victor 4, wherever you want to park.
Sounds good. Cross 10 left, Yankee, left on Victor, Victor 5, Korean Air 6605 Heavy.
Delta 326, you ready to contact altitude leaving?
His guy's good.
Shifting 2,700.
Delta 326, climb, maintain 15,000, turn right heading 180.
Coming down through 2,800 feet. Aircraft
Turn right headed 180
is
and speed.
aircraft is wobbling around a bit because we've got ourselves
United 1562, turn right heading 360.
got a crosswind slightly off to the right hand side, but the wind speed is is a little bit variable. It's gusting slightly, as you can see.
Correction, Delta 326, proceed direct to Miski.
See the aircraft is kind of wailing up and down slightly as it comes down. This is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I fully am a fan of
Delta 326, proceed direct to Miski.
choosing days on VATSIM that are not like horrendously busy. It gives the controller the ability to do his job well, and for me to not be too flustered. Yeah, I'm actually glad I'm slightly above the bug with this gusting wind. Yeah, really close to pulling out the autopilot now and putting the
Can you just spell that out?
aircraft down.
Just first 6 on your flight
16
plan.
miles.
Miski, Charlie Mike Sierra Kilo Yankee.
No, that's the VOR. That's we're 3 nautical miles now.
Delta 326, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
1,000.
134.87.
MDA light.
See ya.
Autopilot off. Okay, manual. Alright, getting the aircraft back on glide. Trimming. Okay, my pappies are good. Glide is good. Localizer slightly off-centered to the right, so correcting. Bringing around.
United 1562, proceed direct to Sharon. Cross Sharon at or above 5,000, cleared ILS runway 10 center approach.
Roger. Direct Sharon and cross Sharon 5,000.
Oh, great.
Clear ILS 10 center approach. United 1562.
After landing checklist.
American 321, left high speed 1 able, where do you park?
Wherever you want me, 321, thanks.
American 321, make the left 1 able, then left on Papa. You can make the right turn onto Papa 4. Hold short runway 10 left to Papa 4.
Hold short of runway 10 left at Papa 4, American 321, thanks.
No problem. So you make the left on Papa, then right on Papa 4.
Left on Papa and right on Papa 4, 321. Okay, left on Papa. Oh shoot, yeah, okay.
United 1562, runway 10 center, 1009 are clear to land.
10 center, clear to land, United 1562.
Yeah, I should have turned this left here. Okay, left on Papa, and then this is Papa.
American, United 1562, do you have a gate assignment?
Okay, Papa 4 is here, and then right on Papa 4.
Gate.
But then hold
Charlie 22.
hold at 10 left.
Charlie 22, right there. American 321, cross, runway 10 left to Papa 4, right on November. I'll have more for you when you get on November.
Cleared to cross runway 10 left at Papa 4, and we'll get onto November 321. Okay, so that's November. And when I get across onto November, I've still got my, let's get my stuff on. Let's throw my stuff out while crossing a runway at Chicago. You know, that's a good idea. And then on November, he's going to give me more to November. Okay, let's get those back in. Strobe in. Get those in. I think he's going to give me, I'm going to take a right-hand turn on November.
American 321, when you get on November, you can make the left at Alpha 10, right on Bravo.
Left at Alpha 10, right on Bravo 321. Where is Alpha 10? Left on Alpha 10? Alpha 10 is... sorry, Chicago. Can you... Am I turning left on Tango to get up to Alpha 10?
Negative. You're going to go on November and then left on Alpha 10. All the taxiway designations were renumbered, so we're going. We do our taxi instructions based off the current chart. So I think it was like Alpha.
I see it. Thank you now. Sorry, just looking at the wrong chart. 321.
Sorry, I think I stepped on you. Say that again.
No worries. I just pulled up Navigraph. I was on little Navigraph. Little. Never mind. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it used to be, I think, like Alpha 15 or something like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. So when you get on Bravo, you can make the left turn anywhere into the ramp, wherever gate you want to go into for American is fine.
Thank you. Yeah. So after taking the right-hand turn on Bravo, I'll go to the ramp on the left. American 321. Yeah, so And then a right on Bravo, and then A320. Okay, yeah, I see. Yo, this is complex, dude. Check this out. I should be given a medal just for being able to taxi at Chicago. I was looking at Little Nav Map taxi again. Little Nav Map old. All the airport plates are archaically old, and I only just realized that like now. Okay, there is. That's where I should be, actually. Even though it doesn't say, it doesn't call it that. This is actually Alpha 10, based off the Navigraph chart. And then he said, right on Bravo. Yeah, Alpha 10, Bravo. And then he said anywhere up on the left. So, basically, I came up, I just turned left up on Alpha 10 and here. I turned left up on Alpha 10 and a right on Bravo. And then he said, I'll go up at Alpha 11 into these gates here.
Need a taxi over to 9 right.
Yeah, I'm going to take a left-hand turn here.
Skywest 4707, just confirm you have information Bravo.
Information Bravo's on board for Skywest 4757.
Skywest 4757, runway 9 right at Sierra Sierra, taxi. Straight ahead, join Bravo, left Tango, left Golf. I'll have more for you when you get on Golf.
Alright, 9 right Sierra Sierra, going Bravo, left on Tango, and then Golf, then you'll give me some more. Skywest 4757.
United 1562, you said you're going to Charlie 22, correct?
Correct, sir.
America, United 1562, make the left on Papa, right on Papa 4, hold short, runway 10 left.
Roger, Papa 4, hold short, 10 left, United 1562.
Yo, these gates are way too small. Oh, there's one. I'll take that one. That one looks bigger.
Speedbird 298 heavy on frequency.
Hashtag YOLO. I'm just going to take this one.
United 1562, cross runway 10 left at Papa 4, then make the right on November. I'll have more for you when you get on November.
Stop the engines to request ground services.
There we go.
Deboarding requested.
Oh no, it's gonna... I didn't mean for it to touch the cargo door. I wanted to see the jetway come in, but not the cargo door. Anyway, let's get the chocks and cones set. Let's get the ground power connected as well.
Do you want to deboard crew? Crew deboarding starting. Pilots deboarding starting.
Right. That's American 321 on the chocks. Thank you very much for fantastic ATC. Good afternoon. Oh no, but of course, because I turned the aircraft off, he can't hear that. Oh well. Anyway, GG. That was a fantastic approach into Chicago. Let's just run around on the showcase camera. Why don't we? Thank you very much, guys, for watching me. I know it was a bit of a late stream. I'm not used to streaming this late, but super enjoyed that. And look, we've got ourselves a Speedbird. Yeah, look at that, a 777 Speedbird on the gate. Again, what is it with GSX and my gates are all whacked up on these default airports. This is not a payware scenery. This is the freeware Asobo, whatever they called it, the airports where they made them look better than default, but they're still kind of fairly default. So anyway, fantastic flight. Really enjoyed it. Really happy with the ATC that came online and helped me fly in. And this is the thing. It's like flying on VATSIM on a day when there's not a huge amount going on, but there's still some coverage. I feel like for people like me who are flying vintage, it gives me a lot more time with the controller, and he's not flustered. So that's great. Anyway, I'm just coming down here to this particular gate because this, I think, was it? Yeah, no, it was this particular gate here that I most recently used. There was a British Airways jumbo jet parked here at this stand that took me back to Heathrow when I was last in Chicago O'Hare in real life, which was coming back from Chicago to Heathrow in, what was it, 2020? It was 2020, about a month and a half before the COVID lockdown. I was coming back from a conference for work, and I came out of here in a British Airways 747, and there was a 777 parked right here. I think it was an Etihad, or it was some sort of Far Eastern 777. Anyway, don't know why the Speedbird 777's doing what he's doing over there. He should be over on the international concourse, which is over there. But anyway, my voice is kind of done, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope that we get a lot more vintage add-ons. Can't wait for the 707 and to get the 707 out here on VATSIM, having some fun. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys all enjoyed that vintage flight and vintage approach. And I will spend more time with the INS, fiddling around with it, trying to get it to update, and get more knowledgeable on it. So yeah, thanks Ian, thanks Alisanor, Aqua Vital, thanks everyone for joining, and I will see you all on the next one. Good night.